In 2011, Team Impact was created to bring courageous children who suffer from terminal diseases or who are chronically ill onto sports teams to improve their quality of life. Team Impact not only enhances the lives of the children who are ailing, but they also teach the athletes life lessons that cannot be taught in a classroom. Team Impact helps students and children come together to push through the challenges of life on and off the field.
So my sophomore year, Orlin Jesperson, who's the associate director of athletics, came to me. I worked closely with him, and he said, I learned about this program. Would your team be interested in it? So the softball team became the first team involved with it. And then after working with the kids that we have on our team for a season, they sent out an application for the ambassador program. So I applied for that, and then I was chosen to be one of the ambassadors.
About 3 years ago, they contacted us because they had a student that they wanted to match with the team, and so they'd reached out to us to see if we would be interested, and we jumped at the opportunity. We actually, with that match, we had 2 kids from the same family that were matched up with our softball program, and it was one of those things that as soon as they reached out to us, we knew we were going to be a part of it. It just was a matter of getting everything lined up and started, so it was a no-brainer.
Team Impact has been at Cabrini for the last 3 years, and the 3 previous teams to be matched with a child were softball, men's lacrosse, and women's basketball. The Team Impact children are members of the team from draft day through graduation. They are able to attend practices, games, and team social events. This year, women's soccer was matched with Lucy Kutz, a 13-year-old who suffers from epilepsy.
When I first heard of the Impact program, I was a bit of both. I was nervous because I wasn't sure if they were going to like me or not. And I was excited because if they did like me, I would have some more friends.
Lucy's childhood was very normal. She was very active, very happy, very outgoing. Lots of activities, very social, lots of parties. Prenatal care was normal. When Lucy had her first seizure, it was May 24th, 2010 at 9:15 at night. She had a seizure, and my husband and I did not know what it was. We called 911. They came and got her, and we thought it might have been a stroke. We thought it might have been, we had no idea what it was. We thought she was joking at first. So we ended up going to Montgomery Hospital. They did a battery of tests and realized that they could not provide the level of care that she needed. They sent us down to CHOP, and then 2 weeks later we had a diagnosis of epilepsy. Epilepsy is basically a term that means you have reoccurring seizures. Most people that have a seizure will never have another seizure, but in Lucy's case, her brain just formed wrong. It's not genetic, it's not hereditary, there's no history of epilepsy on either side of the family. Lucy's personality has always been very much a joker, a great sense of humor, a bit of a wise ass. Not sure if I should say that. She likes to joke around. She's just like her mom. I'm kidding, you have to edit that out. After the seizure diagnosis, no one is mean and no one bullies her, but they tend to ignore her. She's not invited to birthday parties anymore. She's not really, doesn't have a group of friends she used to hang out with like before the diagnosis. So that's why Team Impact is such a great thing for Lucy to participate in.
Lucy's impact, I think, has been on many levels. Number one, her positivity has, I think, been infectious throughout our team. Her sense of humor is awesome. Every day she comes with a joke of the day. It's been great, so she looks forward to telling us that. And I think in the end, you know, as players and athletes and coaches, we worry about little things all the time. Well, you know, who's going to win this drill? Who's going to get this playing time? And sometimes, you know, who's going to win the game? But in the end, like what Lucy does every day, she gets up and she fights her battle, and it shows you really what strength is.
I think this connection with the kids in the sports and in Team Impact, I think the connection is huge and important for them because it makes them feel a part of a program. It makes them feel a part of a team, where I know a lot of these kids that come into the program, there's a disconnect somewhere, whether it's at school or with some sort of friend circle or whatever. So I think it kind of welcomes them in and makes them feel part of a team, part of an organization.
Soccer was an interest before the program, And another sport I like is softball. My favorite soccer team is the Cabrini Cavaliers. They made me feel welcome. I'd say my favorite part of being on the team is probably being able to see everyone, like getting a first-hand look on if I want to come here when I grow up or not.
With a condition like epilepsy, it's such an isolating condition because people are afraid they can catch seizures, or people don't understand what's going on during a seizure. They tend to stare, or they don't want to be around it. With Team Impact, everyone's like, when Lucy shows up, they're like, Lucy! They're so excited. She's got a huge grin. She's not as sad. She doesn't cry as much. She's depressed because even if the kids at school aren't always going to hang out with her or include her, she knows the girls at Cabrini are going to welcome her. And it's made a huge difference in our lives. Not just her life, the whole family life.